Hope I got the volume up and it's recording. Okay. So I'm gonna mix me put some water in what colors I'm gonna use, okay? So what I'm gonna use is say greens for this guy, okay? You don't usually see green in this guy, so I'm gonna put some water in my green, put some water in my yellow. I can use blue green. I can do yellow green, that's why I did that. I got some light colors here. I'm gonna loosen this up. Then I'm coming right here, transfer some of my green into one section. Okay. And I'm going to do, oops, drop some of the yellow, that's okay. And then I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm going to wash my paintbrush out. I couldn't use 2 cups, so water be clean. I'm going to come back here and get some of my green yellow out of here. Move over here, my yellow green, whatever you call it. And then I'm going to, I can even make a darker green, or I can make a blue green, okay? So I'm gonna come right here and make a blue green. And then this section, put some green in it, okay? Before I go to the other color, I'm going to use, wash my paintbrush out real good, okay? Well, I'm gonna put some more green over here so I'll make sure I have enough. I'll put some more over here, because I'll make a dark green too, okay? I don't have a color wheel available right now, but if you look on my color wheel, the complement of a green is red, okay? So if I want to make a dark green, I'm going to put some red in it. So notice how this changed the value. It makes it darker. Kind of like army fatigues. You see how dark that got? Can you see that? Oh, the light's shining too much.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the top. I'm going to do dark green. So I'm going to come up here. I'm just going to paint. You can put newspaper down. I'm just going to paint around this edge here. And I don't want to stop color on one side of the tree limb and use a different color. So what I'm going to do here, I would paint this all the way across. Let me see how I'm doing all the way across. Stay inside your lines. I'm going to stop it right here and here. And I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to use my next color, which is going to be a regular green, okay? So I come right here. I'm going to put green here. And I'm doing this in a fashion so it's fast enough so it's going to be wet on wet. This top one is going to be wet and the bottom is going to be wet. So when you come up here, you touch it at the last moment and you kind of rub it together. You see how the 2 colors kind of blend together?
Yeah.
The same here. Same here. And I would just keep on. Well, I don't know how I splatter this. What happens when you got your closed quarters? I got all this stuff right here, so I gotta be careful. Don't splatter the paint on the painting. Okay? And then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna bring my dark green down some. Because remember, I don't want one color to be on one side of the tree limb, another color be here, so I'm gonna come back here and do my dark green. And right here. Try to stay inside your lines. I got it a little off a little bit. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is make this as wet at the very edge. Okay. So whenever I come back, my next color, they blend together easily. So I'm coming back here with my green now, again. Do it quickly. And then you're going to touch that dark green. And then I might come back here and make a small streak of dark green. Remember how the clouds get smaller?
Yeah.
As it goes to the horizon line right here. So always paint below it. Okay? And then you come back up here and you paint next to it. Okay? And then I'll come back in here. I'm going to paint this. Then I might go from yellow, I might go from green to yellow green. So I come up here, wash paintbrush out good, and go to my yellow green. Okay, and then I'm gonna touch that green right there. Maybe I'm gonna let it run. It's wet. See how it's running to the other green?
Oh yeah.
And then I come back down here and do another streak clouds. So it'll be a small cloud between this and the other one. Maybe do another one here. And I might come up here and I might even change the yellow at the very bottom. My yellow's kind of dirty, so I'm gonna do the best I can. Maybe put yellow at the very bottom. Might be a little bit yellow green in it. Yeah, I'm gonna rub right next to that dark green. Don't rub it out so you can see it though. Bring it here. And always come back and put some darker green in it. This one's gonna have a darker green. Yellow green, excuse me. I might even drop some green in while I have it wet. You see how I got smaller greens? I mean smaller clouds at the bottom?
Oh yeah.
So I give the illusion of distance. And the darker green at top is closer to you. And since this is wet here, it's blending in the way. If not, I can wash my paintbrush out and dry it some. And I kind of touch the edges some. And kind of blend it some more, rub the edges if it's not too dry. Okay, then after that dries, I'll come back and do my next color scheme. Okay, I might do violet and blue. I might use blue, violet, red, red. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I might come right here. First of all, I might make some blue. I'll use the other side of my tray. There's some blue here. There's some blue here. So first one I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use some violet. Yeah, I don't know if this. I'm not gonna touch that very closely. I don't think it's gonna run into it because I got that line there. That's gonna be my top of my mountains. And you need to work fast when you do this. You see, I just did one area. You could go all the way across or just do one area, and well, that's what happened right there. See, that's okay because that's gonna make my purple darker when I add yellow to it. Let's go back over that in the last minute when it dries. And let's continue doing this. I'm gonna go from violet. Make sure this is wet. I'm gonna come back, my next color is gonna be blue violet. So I'm gonna mix some blue. Having an accident. Move some violet into my blue in this section. This is gonna be my blue violet. See the change? It's not blue, it's not violet, but it's blue violet.
Oh yeah.
And I might paint this, I might paint this 3-4 inches down because I got all this room to do it. You got to decide how you're gonna do it. Okay, I might take this blue violet and I might paint it further down. So I got all this space, this whole paper to paint using those colors. I can come back here and go to blue. Okay, so next one I'm gonna use this blue. See, change the value. See, it's still wet. So when I rub that blue into the blue violet, it kind of blend together. I'm gonna go back in that blue violet and paint right here some. Where it's still wet. Got a little valley here. The paint wants to run. And then I go from blue. I might paint blue all the way down here. Instead of having stripes, instead of having everything cut off one side, I might have the blue go this way a little bit. So it won't be a stripe for each color. And I gotta be careful not getting on I'm being kind of rushed and I'm coloring in on the tree limbs. So be careful also that you don't get See, I'm using the side of the paintbrush to paint down the side of that tree. And I could come back in here. I take a clean paintbrush and I can do a little bit of water and I can kind of rub that out more than that. Okay, and that's my blue. Blend it into the other colors while it's wet. And then I go from blue. I might go to blue violet. I mean red violet. Okay, so I'm gonna come add some red to it. The violet I have. And I'm getting this red dirty, but I can come back and clean it out while I'm painting. Okay, this is a red violet. Stay inside these lines. You see how I make a wide line using this side of my paintbrush? I'll make a thin line using that side of the paintbrush. So when I get here, I'm going to use the thin part of my paintbrush to paint around this area. See the difference?
Oh, yeah.
And then after I use the thin part of the paintbrush, I got a large area to paint. I can use the wide part of the paintbrush. See how it gets wider? And you see, paint one area at a time, so it won't be splotty. Okay, and I just come back in here. I can paint this right here, going down here. Go ahead and get this while it's wet. And then what I can do is take my paintbrush, wash it out, dry it out, and just rub that edge a little bit, a couple times back and forth. See, that kind of blends it in. Okay. And then after I get this color here, I don't want it too thin. I do want a lighter though. Well, I've got to be careful. I might put some more red in it. It'll be a darker red down here. Red violet. Okay? So all these colors got blue in it. I wouldn't put red down here because red and blue don't have anything in common. They're primary colors, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And see if I come right here and I could continue paint. You see how this is kind of sharp contrast? I come back here and I can take some of this color and go in it first. And then I come back and rub it around the edge. But that's how I want you to see how quickly I've done that.
Mm.
And let me go turn off the light, see if you can see it better. Okay, you can see that a little better, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and start painting some. Okay. Decide what color you want, and you're gonna paint today. Then Monday we're gonna paint and use color pencils last time to color in the kind of plants you got. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you in a little while. Okay. Don't get off Zoom. Look at what you got before we leave. Okay.
Ready?
Thank you. Bye.